that'll be my anchor. Attach a ratchet strap to that and ratchet the cupboard up the stairs. Hope I don't bend it. Changed my mind. You really don't want to be putting pressure on a ladder. I know they're strong, but you can damage them and it won't even be particularly obvious, and one day you go and you'll be using it and it'll fail on you, and it's just not worth it, you know. So instead what we'll do, we'll use these pieces of cypress. Wow, yeah, cypress is pretty strong. Just like that. Oh, that is so strong. I've actually got a third one, I was thinking. Anyhow, we'll get the nails out of him and use that. Bang him into place. This part of proceedings is brought to you by... Who would have thought? But funny, I went in yesterday to pick up this load of furniture, and bloke who gave me a hand, we finished it, strapped it all down, ready to go, asked me if I want a beer. Well, you know, let me think about it. Okay, so he went and got a beer, and it was Corona. So I drank that, waited a few minutes, got in the car, drove home. Out here, 3 hours. And I stopped at the pub on the way through to get what I normally drink. I thought, you know, like after that 6 hours driving and, you know, an hour and a half loading up the truck and strapping it and making sure everything was sweet, least I could do was shout myself a beer when I got home. So I went to the bartender, I said, can you give me a box, sell me a box? And he said, okay. So he went into the storeroom, came back out. He said, all we've got is Coronas. And I'm like, oh, let me think about it. Okay, I'll buy you Coronas. So I had a nice little big drink of Corona last night, and I have a couple more today. I'm not really doing anything critical at the moment that requires all that much manual moving and physical stuff with that I could make a mistake, and you know, and this is hardly on the job, this is at home, me being me. So I'm happy to have one of these for lunch. A bit later than lunch, it's mid-afternoon by now. It didn't rain. And I'm just going to potter away, and I don't care if I don't get it up the stairs today. I can put a tarpaulin over it, it'll be right. I just want to get the rig set up so that I can tow it up the stairs. And obviously once I've done that, it doesn't matter what time of night, I'll be pulling that up into the house today. I don't care what sort of state I end up in. I don't care if I'm shit-faced. It's coming inside today. But in case it doesn't, I do want to have a little lubrication as I set up the you know, ratchets. Just take my time over it, you know, potter away, just do it. Spare my back, build a machine. That's what we do. See, there's the trolley it's going to roll in on. It used to have that frame in it, which is an amplifier rack for music. I just took it out, so this will be good. Roll around. The wheels are a bit shitty, but it'll be right. And of course the cupboard there will sit right in here, so it won't actually fall off it or whatever, you know, it'll be stable and secure in there. And I've actually got enough wheels I can build another trolley to go under the other end. So, you know, save your back, build a machine. It's raining, so mad scramble. I put that blanket up there. I went and found this mattress, which is the right size. I was looking for my big tarpaulin, huge, enormous, would have covered all of this, and spent 5 years, 5 minutes scrambling all over the property looking for it. I couldn't find it, so I found this plastic, poly, some sort of thing, and that'll work. But now that I've made it a little bit secure, it stopped raining. Just a tiny little scud came over, and it came from that direction over there, so none of the parts that you see, that's already water damaged. And, there's no moisture on it at all. It's all good. I'll show you the water damage all down there. That has to be water. Look at it, there's stains. That has to be water. I was told it had never been in sunlight, so it's not sun damage. But yeah, the nice rain, it was over there, and there's some more over here. But you know what, I'm not going to rush and make a mistake. Wood grows in rain, you know, and it's just the way it is. So moisture, whatever, I'll go and try and find that big tarpaulin and have that ready just in case, because God, we need the rain, like, oh, how we need the rain. We just don't need it right at this second. But I'd rather it rained and turn the whole place green. That would be nice, really nice. So what was I thinking? Oh yeah, tarpaulin. I don't know where I put it. I used it at Easter time for the family. I made a nice big tent. I don't know where I put the tarpaulin. You know, the paranoia side of me starts to think, well, did I put it somewhere in particular where it normally goes? And there is a space that it normally goes. Why didn't I put it there? Has it been stolen? Has somebody been on the property? All these things start ticking over your mind and you just dismiss them. You just go, no, you're stupid. You put it somewhere and you thought it was safe and handy. Like I had a bag in the front of my cab of the truck last night full of tools. And I came out this morning, it wasn't there. And I'm thinking, oh no, man. And I found it just there. I'd obviously taken it in last night for some reason. I had to get this camera, was in the bag. I took it on the trip with me. And so your mind starts thinking, okay, well I used the camera last night because I downloaded all my footage. Therefore the bag must have come out. Therefore the bag must be here somewhere. And when you live with 170 square metres of floor space on a quarter acre block, there's heaps of places to put stuff, eh? So that's the deal. Tarpaulin, we'll find our tarpaulin. I can't find it. I just did a more thorough search of the property. It'll spring to mind what I did with it. It's probably put away somewhere. At any rate, all the animals are out at the moment. The cats came out, the dog, and they don't seem to be sensing too much rain. So we'll just have to go with this and keep an eye on it through the window. It's all good. Wood loves water. All across the tray there. Definitely rain. It's still falling. I can feel it. Not much. Just a shower. Take these nails out. Geez, they're in tight. This cypress here actually came from a tank, a rainwater tank. That was added to the property at some stage. I don't think it was original. I think it was probably put there sometime in the 50s, maybe even the 60s. But the whole thing was cypress, and this whole building, all the cladding here, exterior is cypress. And I do not have any problems with rot, mould, borers, termites, nothing. So this wood has had water on it, rain on it, as well as the overflow from the tank, all over this stuff. And there's not a hint of decay. The only, like, we've got a crack, you know, like there's a crack. Wood just does that, you know. Okay, so that's one. And I keep the nails. I keep all the nails. See, these are recent. See the fluting in those? I don't think they had those nails back in the 60s. Those are decking nails. Look at the rounded head on them. Okay. So maybe the rainwater tank was a recent, much more recent addition. Maybe even as late as the 80s. Anyhow, I got rid of it. I didn't like the health, what do you call it, implications. I didn't want to be drinking from a rusty, mouldy, cruddy old rainwater tank that actually received its catchment from an asbestos roof. Can you believe that? And I did not want to be exposing my family to that, or my loved ones, or even my friends. Not a good look. So I went with dismantling the rainwater tank, dragging it away, and it's now the site of a brand new bathhouse. So it's all plumbed up to the mains water here. I don't actually collect any water on this property. I have to change that. I have to get myself a rainwater catcher. Two more. Here we go. One, two. Alrighty, so these guys go together up here. I'll actually put a nail in here and a nail on the other side. This one's going to move, so I'll put one here. And one here. Okay, so we've got this. Strap around there, pointing right at that cupboard over there. Drag him up. It's the right height. It's a good height. There's a bit of a tilt this way at the top of the stairs there, but where I put the strap will be in such a position that it will always be straight right until the cupboard reaches the top of the stairs. You can't see that. I'll show you. Okay, so we've got this going on. I just banged those nails in there to hold it. So that's solid. The strap goes over here. Where are we? Here. Over there. So if you sight from there down to the cupboard, see, we're pulling it from the bottom almost in a straight line. Well, actually in a straight line, and the further up it comes, it'll get straighter and straighter. And of course we're pulling from the back of the cupboard, the other side, over the far side over there is where the tension is. So we've got a pretty straight sight line right through there. I think we're going to have fun with this. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is start to put my straps on, and I'll strap up the cupboard. I'll strap up this thing here, and I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. Let's find out.